Thanksgiving, the holiday that horror usually skips. No pumpkins, no ghosts, no Krugers carving turkey with finger knives. But hidden in the dark corners of VHS history, the turkey still bled. Before the 2000s, a handful of filmmakers decided Thanksgiving needed a body count. We start in the early 1970s, when drive-in theaters were full of cheap monsters and cheaper morals. The world was reeling from Vietnam, hippies were burning out, and exploitation filmmakers were doing whatever it took to get teenagers into car seats with greasy popcorn. Enter Blood Freak, the only film where eating turkey literally turns you into one. Shot in Florida for the price of a used station wagon, it's the story of a Vietnam vet who takes a bite of chemically altered turkey meat, sprouts feathers, and goes on a killing spree. The monster looks like someone glued carpet to a papier-mâché beak, but that's part of its strange charm. Between the gore and the gobbling, a chain-smoking narrator breaks the fourth wall to warn kids about drugs.
But the horrors that occur in the minds of those who allow the indiscriminate use of the human body as a mixing bowl for drugs.
Before nearly choking mid-sentence. The directors claimed it was meant as a Christian morality play, but it plays more like a Thanksgiving hallucination filmed on expired film stock. It's preachy, psychedelic, and completely unhinged. A movie that tries to save your soul while spilling fake blood all over the dinner table. It's part sermon, part acid trip, and all poultry-based insanity. A mix of scripture and slasher, where the road to redemption is paved with drumsticks and bad dubbing. If Thanksgiving ever had a fever dream, Blood Freak was it. A moral fable with gravy, giblets, and a hangover of divine confusion.
Let's give a little thought to making our own story have a happy ending.
Fast forward a decade. The VHS boom is here, and so is Home Sweet Home, a slasher so strange it feels like it escaped from the cutting room floor of an entirely different movie. Imagine a Thanksgiving special directed by someone who's never actually seen Thanksgiving, and that's about the level of logic we're dealing with. This time the turkey doesn't bite back, a muscle-bound maniac does. An escaped mental patient covered in sweat and cocaine energy crashes a family's rural Thanksgiving dinner with one goal: total carnage. He's played by Jake Steinfeld, a fitness guru turned killer whose exercise routine apparently includes strangling relatives, electrocuting guests, and laughing maniacally at everything. The movie looks like it was filmed on a borrowed camcorder and edited with garden shears. And then there's the mime. Yes, one of the dinner guests is a man in full mime makeup who plays electric guitar throughout the massacre.
Look, I'll play my guitar for you.
It's one of the few early slashers directed by a woman, Nettie Pena, who somehow managed to make a Thanksgiving horror film that feels like a fever dream trapped inside a late-night workout video. It's cheap, it's weird, and it's glorious in its own cracked way. The cinematic equivalent of cold stuffing reheated in a microwave. For fans of so bad it's brilliant VHS slashers, this is the perfect side dish to chaos. By the late 80s, horror had run out of holidays to ruin. So naturally, thus was born Blood Rage, a Thanksgiving slasher so deliciously tacky it feels like it was cooked in a microwave. The premise is simple enough to be genius. Twin brothers, one innocent, one homicidal, switch places during Thanksgiving dinner. A drive-in murder, an escape from a mental hospital, and suddenly suburbia's cranberry sauce turns crimson. The killer, Terry, delivers his lines with the enthusiasm of a man reading a grocery list written in blood. His most famous quote, "That's not cranberry sauce," becomes a running gag throughout the film, repeated like a punchline that somehow gets funnier and grosser every time.
That isn't cranberry sauce, Artie. That is not cranberry sauce.
What Blood Rage lacks in acting or logic, it makes up for in energy. The kills are over the top, the dialogue is pure B-movie poetry, and the soundtrack sounds like someone's Casio keyboard is having a nervous breakdown.
It's not cranberry sauce.
By the late 90s, horror was searching for new ways to feel real.
In the fall of 1997, a 16-year-old boy set out to document his family's Thanksgiving dinner. What he purportedly captured on his video camera was more than just a family get-together.
On a quiet night in 1998, UPN aired something called Alien Abduction, Incident in Lake County. No warning, no context, no opening credits, just a camcorder recording of a family's Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh my God!
Sorry, guys.
Laughter, turkey, a toast, and then the lights flicker. At first, it plays like home video. Awkward jokes, a kid running past the table, the hum of small talk. Then someone spots strange lights in the woods. A few family members step outside, camera in hand, and that's when the signal starts to break.
Man, did you see that?
Yeah!
Look at it!
Careful.
Completely freaking out.
Shadows move between the trees. The dog won't stop barking. The power goes out. And when the lights come back, something is standing by the window. One by one, the family vanishes.
Yeah, give me some of that.
It was so pretty a minute, Melanie.
I hope so. It really hurts.
The camera shakes, screams echo down the hallway, and the tape cuts out mid-breath. When it first aired, viewers thought it was real. Local stations were flooded with calls. People dialed 911, and chat rooms filled with debates over whether UPN had just aired an actual alien abduction. What no one realized was that it was a remake, a reimagining of an earlier found footage obscurity called the McPherson tape from 1989. But this version was slicker, meaner, and broadcast right into living rooms across America. It's not gory. There are no monsters in the traditional sense, just flashes of movement, the cold mechanical hum of alien machinery, and the unsettling sense that you're watching something you weren't supposed to see. The Thanksgiving setting only makes it creepier, a warm, familiar ritual invaded by the unknown.
Oh my God! Holy oh my God, come on guys, we gotta go!
It's not cranberry sauce, Artie.
As early as the 1980s, television was already turning Thanksgiving into something strange. It wasn't slashers or aliens this time. It was amazing stories. Steven Spielberg's eerie little anthology show that lived somewhere between wonder and warning. In 1986, it aired an episode simply titled Thanksgiving. On the surface, it's a story about poverty, faith, and family. But beneath that, it's one of the oddest, most unsettling morality tales ever to hide under a network TV time slot. The story follows a struggling family living out in the desert. Dry land, dead crops, and not a lot to be thankful for. The mother clings to hope, her daughter to imagination, and the father to desperation. Then one morning, they find something strange in their backyard, a hole in the earth that seems to go on forever. At first, it's a miracle. Whatever they drop in, shoes, tools, broken toys, the hole sends back gold coins. It's as if the ground itself is rewarding their offerings. The family's prayers have been answered. But soon, greed replaces gratitude. They start throwing in everything they can find. Spielberg's production keeps it simple. The sunburnt sky, the cracked dirt, the family dinner that suddenly feels like a Last Supper. Amazing stories turned Thanksgiving into a parable about human nature, about how easily gratitude can curdle into greed. Not long after Spielberg's mysterious pit swallowed Thanksgiving whole, another anthology series took the holiday in a darker, colder direction. Tales from the Dark Side was the grittier cousin to The Twilight Zone. In 1986, it aired a quiet little nightmare called The Last Car. No demons, no aliens, just a lonely college student trying to get home for Thanksgiving. She boards the last train out of town, an old, creaking carriage that hums like it's alive. The seats are half empty, the windows fogged over, and the passengers, well, something about them isn't right. They don't talk much. They don't move much either. They just sit, staring ahead as the train rattles through endless tunnels. Time doesn't seem to pass. Stops come and go, but no one gets on or off. The air feels heavy, like it's full of ghosts. As the student makes small talk, trying to shake off the unease, she begins to notice strange things. Her seatmates talk about people who've been dead for decades. The conductor never seems to age, and every tunnel looks the same. It's only when she looks out the window that she realizes the truth. There are no lights outside, no towns, no dawn, just the endless dark. She's not on her way home, she's already gone, and the last car she's sitting in isn't taking her to Thanksgiving dinner. It's taking her somewhere far colder. The brilliance of the last car lies in its simplicity. No special effects, no loud scares, just atmosphere. The dim flicker of the train's lights, the faint hiss of the tracks, the slow, dreadful realization that this isn't a journey. It's a transition. It's a ghost story wrapped in the illusion of normalcy. After all that quiet dread in the dark, Tales from the Dark Side decided to loosen its tie and invite a demon to dinner. In 1987 came The Yattering and Jack, adapted from a short story by horror master Clive Barker, who somehow managed to turn a tale of hellish torment into one of television's strangest holiday comedies. The setup is deceptively simple. Jack Polo, a mild-mannered, eternally calm salesman, just wants a peaceful holiday season. The Yattering, a tiny blue-skinned demon assigned by Hell, has other plans. His job? Drive Jack insane so he can claim his soul. But there's a problem. Jack refuses to be rattled. Every trick, every scare, every infernal prank slides right off him. The Yattering flips pictures, breaks dishes, explodes fish tanks, even telekinetically jiggles the family cat.
This man, he's some kind of saint.
And Jack just sighs, muttering something about drafts. By the time Thanksgiving rolls around, the poor demon is having a nervous breakdown. Desperate to make an impression, he pulls his boldest move yet.
It's okay, honey. See? It stopped.
The Yattering isn't terrifying, he's tragic. By the end, it's the demon who's the punchline, not the human. There's something poetic about it. A holiday story where hell itself can't compete with human patience.
It's not cranberry sauce.